1, 2, 3.
Normally, ya.
Yes, sir.
Count 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Good luck, Ebe.
Yes, sir.
Now reading. Open your book page 6.
6. Oh, this one.
Yeah. Opening.
From
Read them up. Yes. From the title.
and in this one?
Okay. Yeah. And then after the crossing. Ready, Ebe?
Yes.
Up to you.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Akira. I study English at oxfordutomo, and this special occasion, I want to narrate about a very busy day at the office. Alison is having a very busy day at the office. She has done some things she has to do today, but there's many other things she hasn't done yet. She has gone to the bank. She hasn't taken mail from the post office yet. She also hasn't written her monthly report. She has already met with the personal officer about her maternity leave, but he hasn't spoken to the boss yet about her salary. She had sent fax to the company's office in Tokyo. She hasn't read the office manager memo about recycling, and she hasn't seen the training video about the new computer system. Alison is probably going to stay late at the office today, so she can do all the things she hasn't done yet. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Okay, now speaking, first topic, what, invention or modern words first?
Invention?
Three.
Oh, minum 3.
Okay, ready? Opening, pick up, closing, and then get opening, pick up.
The first one, invention. The second one, modern wonders.
You choose.
Okay,
Yeah, this one first.
invention lah.
Okay, open, then closing.
And then opening again,
Again,
pick up.
open.
Oh yeah.
Okay, ready?
Ready? Good evening, dear friends. My name is Akira. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I want to tell you about inventions around the world, inventions and their inventor. The first antibiotic, penicillin, was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from mold called penicillin, which will kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics has been discovered. Millions of lives has been saved. The X-ray were invented in 1885 by German professor William Röntgen. People all around the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. The invention was so important that Röntgen won the first Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. The screw was discovered over 2,000 years ago. It was invented by a Greek named Archimedes. It was first used for watering field. A man turned a giant wooden screw that pulled water from lakes and rivers and sent it into fields. The water used to irrigate crops. Much later, in the 1600s, the screw was made by a converter to put things together. Today, the screw is mass-produced and had unlimited number of uses. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Second topic, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
3. What? Modern ones of what? Modern. Okay. Good evening, dear friends. My name is Praetya Petinggi. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I want to tell you about ancient modern wonders of the world. The pyramid was built as a tomb of the kings of ancient Egypt over 5,000 years ago. It was constructed with a very few tools and without any machines. The king was buried with many jewels, furniture, and personal treasures. The Colosseum was the Colosseum Rome, Italy was completed in 18 AD. It was made as an amphitheater where people go to be entertained, fight with gladiator, fight with beasts such as lions and tigers, and other battles were held there. The Machu Picchu was built in high in the Incas in the Andes Mountain by Incas during the period of 1460 to 1470 AD. It, many people believe it was used for religion purposes. It was abandoned in the 1500s, but nobody knows why. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Now, uh,
My full name is Prayata Kira Pertinggi.
Kira, please tell me to work.
A few months ago, I and my friend had to prepare for English competition. We wanted to get the first place, so practice a lot. Uh, we practice a lot a week before. A week before, we went to Mr. Faisal or you to ask help for competing in the competition. We made the presentation side. We made we practice about how to deliver the presentation, and we rehearsed the night before the competition. However, when the competition day comes and it's our turn to deliver our presentation, I had a tongue slip. After that, a little accident, we got the third place. It wasn't what what we wanted, but we have a great experience.
So, uh, tell me what something you, you did, you shouldn't do as well as you should.
I didn't do as well as I should have at the school exam. I didn't get a good score, and I realized I should have done a few things differently. I should have read the books, I should have taken notes, and I should have studied, and I definitely should have studied every day. In addition, I shouldn't have played games, I shouldn't have waste time in vain, and I should and probably shouldn't have oh yeah, stay up late the night before the test. Then I was really upset with myself, and now I realize I should have done a few things differently the next time I had a school exam.
Uh, what you have done today?
I have eaten what the name? Eaten food like bread or that. I have rode a bicycle. I have read books. I have taken a bath, and I have gone to school last year. Something interesting, right? In June 2025, I was invited by my friend to a barbecue party.
Oh,
Yeah, we had some barbecue in there. And then, uh, what yeah, after June, nothing really important. Oh yeah, December, a vacation what was taken by my family and me, and I was go to the mountains, stay in the mountains. And then in January, my uncle, my uncle, no, I was invited again by my uncle to stay at a villa in January. Eh, just that the most.
that's it, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something interesting.
Where do you go to school?
I go to 244 Junior High School.
Okay. So, do you think dictionary, do you think dictionary should be allowed during English class?
In my opinion, yeah.
Why or why not?
In my opinion, maybe is allowed. Some students don't really understand perfectly about English, so they need to find words in dictionary so they can truly understand the meaning of the word.
Okay. How old are you going?
I'm 15 years old.
15.
Yes.
So, as a 15-year-old boy, so do you think teenagers should be required to be a community service?
Community service. Community service. Hmm. I think, yeah, I think it's required so the teenagers now can what, yeah, communicate with the societies so they don't what's the name with the society so they don't like, you know, what's the name, and cannot be what, communicate with others, like, yeah, it's something like that.
So, what do you hope for your
For my future, I hope, oh, wait, fine. I hope I will be like what, I will be better man, like in every aspect, like I will be become more clever, but yeah, clever. I can like speak English with other people, so I can communicate with others, and I can find jobs to help my family. Yeah, find jobs. What's that?
so do you think teacher use cell phone?
No, I think no, because cell phone in scientific research have a bad thing for our eyes because of the blue ray, and playing cell phone all the time makes our attention span to be lower, so we couldn't like spend times with our beloved one, like our family and our friends.
Okay. How about, hey, what would you do if you saw a bad experience?
I will try to help them as I will try to help them as I can.
Okay.
Yes, I studying is oxfordutomo.
Good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Says per se, okay. Says per se invention.
Inventions. 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 Invention. Invention.
Says per se deaf.
Deaf. Oh. Deaf. DEAF. Deaf.
Says per se
Stone hands. Stone hands. STONEHEN. Stone hands.
opponent.
Oh. My full name, Prayata Kira Pertinggi, Prayatakkira Pertinggi, Prayata Kira Pertinggi. Ya, PRA. Oxfordutomo, OXFORDUTOMO, Oxfordutomo.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ya, practicing.
Yes, sir.
Oke, kalau Husin,
Dita, I just a little bit nervous.
Oke, kalau Gita.
I think Abian will not come because he had another partner.
Okay.
His friend in
In jail.
to follow. He need to follow podcast.
Okay.
So he say he come Friday.
I thought her friend was in jail. Open your book, page 38. Opening, read them up. Okay. Ready? Look, you missed it. Hey, wait. Almost forget.
Where, sir?
It's okay, just speak normally, yeah?
Yes.
Good.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Judita Kakirana. I study English at UTOMO. In this special occasion, I'd like to tell you about Alan almost didn't get to work this morning. Alan almost didn't get to work this morning. Alan almost didn't get to work this morning. As he was leaving his apartment building, he was hit on the head by a flower pot that had just fallen from a windowsill. As he was walking to the bus stop, he was bitten by a dog, stung by a bee, and splashed by a car that had just driven through a puddle. And while he was waiting for the bus, he was almost run over by a bicyclist who was riding on the sidewalk. While he was riding on the bus, his wallet was stolen by a pickpocket who was standing behind him. All his money and identification cards were taken. As he was walking into his office building, he was accidentally knocked by the courier who delivers the overnight mail. And when Alan finally arrived at work an hour late, he was yelled at by a manager who was in a very bad mood. Poor Alan, what a way to begin the day. Thank you very much, dear friends.
What's your book? Yeah. Okay, to camera ya. Which one first? Invention or modern first?
Inventions.
Okay. Yeah. Remember ya. Opening, kita closing. Kemudian opening, the second one is
Mention.
mention ya. Okay. Ready you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Judita Kakirana. I study English at UTOMO. In this special occasion, I'd like to tell you about inventions that changed the world. Famous inventions and their inventors. The first non-antibiotic, penicillin, was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from a mold called penicillin which could kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics have been discovered. Millions of lives have been saved by these antibiotics. X-rays were discovered in 1895 by a German professor, Wilhelm Röntgen. People all over the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. This invention was so important that Röntgen was awarded the first Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. The screws were created over 2,000 years ago. It was invented by a Greek named Archimedes. It was first used for watering fields. A person turns the giant wooden screw which pulled water from lakes or rivers and sent it into fields. The water was used for irrigating crops. Much later, in the 16th, the screws were made by carpenters to hold things together. Today, the screw is mass-produced and has an unlimited number of uses. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell, a doctor and speech teacher for the deaf. Bell's, the first phone calls were made by Bell in 1876. He had spilled acid on his pants and wanted his assistant, Thomas Watson, to help him. The first words spoken on the telephone were, "Mr. Watson, come here, I need you." Television was invented in 1926 by John Logie Baird, a Scottish inventor. Baird's television certainly didn't look like a television today. It was made out of box, knitting needle, a cake tin, a bicycle lamp, and a cardboard disc. Electronic televisions like the ones we have today were invented by Vladimir Zworykin in the 1920s in the United States. The first computers were built by two American engineers, John Prosper Eckert Jr. and John William Macleay. It was developed for the Army and it was so large that it took up an entire room. Later, in 1971, the microchip was invented. A small home computer was first produced for personal use. Today, the computers are involved in almost everything we do and are found in almost everywhere we go. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. You, we have three, yeah?
Three.
Yeah, three random three. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. From this, you just choose three. Okay?
Oh.
You really master it. Ready? Second topic. What?
Mention.
I have you please speak up louder, louder, okay?
Yes. Good evening, dear friends. My name is Judita Kakirana. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I'd like to tell you about ancient and modern wonders of the world. The pyramids were built as tombs for kings of ancient Egypt more than 5,000 years ago. They were constructed without machines and with very few tools. The kings were buried with many jewels, furniture, and personal treasures. The Colosseum in Rome, Italy was completed in 80 AD. It was built as an amphitheater, a place for people to go to be entertained. Fights between gladiators, fight with beasts such as lions and tigers, and other battles were held there. Machu Picchu was built high in the Andes mountain of Peru by Incas during the period 1460 to 1470 AD. Experts believe it was built for religious purposes and it was abandoned in the 15th, but no one knows why. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Wow, really? How good. Okay, what's your full name?
My name is Judita Kakirana.
Okay, Jude, tell me something you have to prepare for. Just answer.
I and several student council had worked very hard to prepare for our performance last September. We had always wanted to perform something for our last day being student council. We had spent a week to prepare for the performance. As I and my friends had practiced for several days, we felt totally prepared for it. We had skipped our lesson in class to practice the performance at the school fields. We had known the positions and we had remembered all the choreography well. However, as I and my friends practiced for the performance, my teacher told us to add the participant, so we have to change the choreography. I and my friends were very upset. We have to change the position for the choreography. However, I and my friends decided to practice with new member, and at the day of the show, we successfully did it, but it's not as good as before. It was still a memorable experience.
Okay, Jude, tell me something you shouldn't do as well as you, yeah, as well as you should.
I didn't do as well as I should have on my Indonesian test last week. I didn't get a good score, and now I realize that I should have done a few things differently. I should have studied more often. I should have done more worksheet, and I should have read more lesson. In addition, I shouldn't have done my mathematics test first. I shouldn't have played games before the test, and I definitely shouldn't have talked a lot with my friends during the test. I will certainly do a few things differently the next time I have a test.
Yeah. Okay. Jude, anyway,
go to 4 junior high school.
Okay. You tell me. So do you think? So do you think dictionary? Do you think dictionary should be allowed during the English class? Why and why not?
Pardon me, sir?
Do you think dictionary?
Dictionary.
Yeah. Okay. Or what now? Uh, Google Translate.
Mm,
Okay. Do you think Google Translate or dictionary should be allowed during English class? Why or why not? Do you think?
I think it is allowed because like it will help us to know the words that we didn't know before. Yeah, so it help us to learn more English.
You answer. You answer. So do you think allowed or not allowed?
Allowed
Okay, allowed. Why do you think so?
because it help us to learn more words. Yeah, yes.
Okay. Right. So, right. Tell me about what happened in the last month. Something interesting happened to you in the last month.
I I went during the past 12 months. I spent my past 12 months well.
What was something interesting? Was something interesting during last year?
I joined student council at my school, and it was the first time I followed organization. So maybe that was the interesting part of my last year. And I went to Bali last year, so yeah, I have a nice vacation. And yeah,
So, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
So you are a teenager, yeah? Okay. So do you think as a teenager, yeah, okay. So do you think teenagers are required to follow community service?
Community service. Uh, yes, it is because it will because they will have more experience as a teenagers. Yeah, well, they grow up, so they know a lot of things, a lot of new things. They will have a lot of experience. Yeah,
Okay. Right. So what do you hope for your future? And explain where you.
I hope I can. I hope I speak English well. If I speak English well, I will be more confident. If I am confident, I will speak English more often. If I speak English more often, I will improve my English. If I improve my English, I will understand conversations. If I understand conversations, I will be able to communicate with many people in English. If I able to communicate with English, I will learn many things. Yes.
Where is English?
In English, I don't forget.
Okay. No spelling, yeah?
Yes,
Okay. Say spell say. Ready?
ready.
Say spell say death.
Deaf, DEAF, deaf.
Okay. Inventions.
Inventions, INVE, C-I-O-N, invention. Machu Picchu, M-A-C-C-U, Machu, P-I-C-C-H-U, Picchu, Machu Picchu. Juditha Eka Kirana, Juditha Ekakirana, Juditha Eka Kirana.
Okay. So,
Oxford Oxford Utomo, O-X-F-O-R-D-U-T-O-M-O, Oxford Utomo.
thank you, Judith.
Yes.
Your name is Judith.
Who's
Okay. So, what's next?
Arya.
Arya Bonano.
Right? Oh, yes.
Sekian ya. Oke. You got Bonano. Open your book page 6.
A very busy day at the
Yes.
office.
Okay. Opening, read them up, crossing. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Iya,
Oh yes. Should I put or okay?
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Check one, check
Okay,
one.
okay, check.
Just relay.
Huh?
Okay. Just look away. Okay. Just speak normal. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Right. 1 to 5. Louder. Speak.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Okay.
Test.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? One.
Opening like usual
Yes. Okay. And
until the end.
yes. Thank you. Ready? One. Good luck to you.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Arya. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to tell you about a very busy day at the office. Alison is having a very busy day at the office. She has done some of the things she has to do today, but there are many other things she hasn't done yet. She has gone to the bank, but she hasn't taken the mail to the post office yet. She also hasn't written her monthly report. She has already met with the personal officer about her maternity leave, but she hasn't spoken to the boss yet about her salary. She has sent a fax to the company's office in Tokyo. She hasn't read the manager's memo about recycling, and she hasn't seen the training video about the new computer system. Allison is probably going to stay late at the office today, so she can do all the things she hasn't done yet. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Thank you. Okay. One. You choose one. Which one you are really good at? Pension or ancient?
Mostly invention. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Speak up three.
Three.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. Choose or should I?
Random. Random.
Or random?
Only three.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Ready.
Opening. Speak up. Ready?
Yes. Good evening, dear friends. My name is Arya. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to tell you about invention that changed the world. The infamous invention and their inventors. The first known antibiotic, penicillin, was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from a mold called penicillin, which could kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics have been discovered, and millions of lives have been saved by these antibiotics. X-rays were discovered in 1895 by a German professor, Wilhelm Röntgen. People all over the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. This invention was so important that Röntgen was awarded the first Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. The telephone were discovered by Alexander Graham Bell, a doctor and a speech teacher for the deaf. The, the first phone call was made by Bell in 1876. He had spilled acid on his pants and wanted his assistant, Thomas Watson, to help him. The first words spoken on the telephone were, "Mr. Watson, come here, I need you." Thank you very much, dear friends.
Okay. Now answer my question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your full name?
My full name is Raja Damar Arya Sena with double N on the Sena. Yes, sir.
Okay. Arya. One. Raja. I used to call you once.
It's okay, sir.
Uh, one. What is something you have worked hard to do?
Something I had worked hard to prepare for.
What?
The student council had worked very hard for our first event in last November, but it wasn't as something we had planned, and but still we have, but we still have a wonderful day. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
What is something you didn't do as well as you should?
I didn't do as well as I should have at a speech competition a few months ago. I didn't win the competition, but I now realize that I should have done a few things differently.
What?
I should have spoken more confidently, and I should have told more about the main topic, and I probably should have dressed more neatly. In addition, I shouldn't have arrived late. I shouldn't have spoken tremblingly, and I definitely shouldn't have looked at my script all the time. Uh, I will certainly do a few things differently the next time I had a speech competition.
Oh. So, what is something happened to you the last year?
Okay,
Something interesting.
okay. In April, I gathered with my old friends, elementary school friends, and in May, I was awarded a soccer ball as my birthday present. Just a month later, I was accepted into Man 21 Jakarta. In August, I was chosen as the class leader, which is a good start to be well known by people. Uh, in September, I was chosen as the fourth best leader in the youth leadership training program. In November, I was accepted into the student council as a public relations. I was certainly have had a very exciting year. I I can't believe all the things that had happened to me for the past 11 years, since April, sorry.
Okay.
11 months. So,
So it means you go to what school you go?
oh, Man 21 Jakarta, sir.
One.
Yes.
Oh. So if it is, so do you think dictionary should be allowed during English class?
Hmm. If dictionaries, pardon me, sir.
So do you think dictionary or Google Translate should be allowed during English class? Why or why not?
Uh, I think the answer is not.
Okay. Why do you think so?
If we use Google Translate in class, we wouldn't get more knowledge, sir, because we look at Google. Because it's an easy way.
You know Google Translate?
Yes.
Should be allowed.
Okay.
Right. How old are you?
Uh, I'm 15 years old.
15.
Yes.
Okay, as a teenager, so do you think teenagers should be required in a community service?
Sorry, sir. Pardon.
So do you think teenagers should be required to community service?
Such as what, sir? Student
Because
council or something like
community
that?
service is council is community service. Different.
Oh, different. Can you give me an example of community service?
Like organization that serves to citizens.
Oh, no, I don't think so then,
So why do you think so?
because we are still a student. Sometimes uh, outside, outside, what ya, to say ya, outside communities like that, I think not necessary lah.
Tell me, you are teenagers and you are officially students.
Yes.
Tell the truth. So do you think students do you think students should be given a lot of homework from school? Why or why not?
Okay. And no, I don't think so. Uh, why I answered that? I think because uh,
Look at my questions. So do you think students okay, do you think students should be given a lot of homework from school?
no, I don't think so. Because home is the place for us to uh, take a break. So, this is my opinion. I mean, like not too much. Wait, no. I mean, like homework, yeah, of course, but sometimes teachers give us more than we need. Some teachers like, yeah, that's like in my school.
Right. Okay. So what would you do if you see a bad thing?
If I saw a bad accident on the street, I will call the nearest ambulance or yeah, the nearest hospital ambulance or something like that.
So what do you hope for your future?
I hope I win the science competition, sir. If I win the competition, I might be trusted with all my friends. If I'm trusted with all my friends, I might become the student council leader. If I'm the student council leader, I will make my school better. I study English in Oxford.
Okay. Correct. Says PLC, okay?
Yes, sir.
Says PLC, uh, yeah, one.
Moon. Yes. Moon. Mountain. Mountain.
Says PLC, inventions.
Inventions. Inventions. Inventions.
Crops.
Sorry, sir.
Crops.
Crops. Crops. Crops. Crops.
Brilliant.
My friend. Raja Damar Arya Sena. Raja Damar Arya Sena. Raja Damar Arya Sena. Oxford Utomo. Oxford OMO, Oxford UTOMO.
Yes. Okay. Next.
Ica, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm done. Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Amelia, no? Yes. Practice more, ya. Quick.
It's six.
Opening. Okay. Some.
Check.
Okay. Ready?
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Icha. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to tell you about a very busy day at the office. Alison is having a very busy day at the office. She has done some of the things she has planned to do today, but there are many other things she hasn't done yet. She has gone to the bank, but she hasn't taken the mail to the post office yet. She also hasn't written her monthly report. She has already met with the personal officer about her maternity leave, but she hasn't spoken to the boss yet about her salary. She has sent a fax to the company's office in Tokyo. She hasn't read the officer manager's memo about recycling, and she hasn't seen the training video about the new computer system. Alison is probably going to stay late at the office today so she can do all the things she hasn't done yet. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Choose this one you are good at. Action or relation? This one for you. You, Gunano, and this one. You are really fluent.
Ancient.
Yeah. Okay. Choose three.
Three?
Okay. Yeah, to be fair.
Uh,
You, and Gunano. Okay.
mm,
Ready?
mm,
Opening, speak up, and close only three. Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Icha. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to tell you about ancient and modern wonders of the world. The pyramids were built as tombs for the kings of ancient Egypt more than 5,000 years ago. They were constructed without machines and with very few tools. The kings were buried with many jewels, furniture, and personal treasures. The Colosseum in Rome, Italy, was completed in 80 AD. It was built as an amphitheater, a place for people to go to be entertained. Fights between gladiators, fights with beasts such as lions and tigers, and other battles were held there. Machu Picchu was built high in the Andes Mountains of Peru by Incas during the period 1460 to 1470 AD. Experts believe it was constructed for religious purposes. It was abandoned in the 1500s, but no one knows why. Thank you very much, dear friends.
You? Okay, now answer the questions. What's your full name?
My full name is Ichani Farda Ramadhani.
Okay. Uh, Tell about something you work hard to prepare
I had worked very hard to prepare for my band competition. I had spent several weeks to prepare for my band competition. On the day before the competition, I had felt totally prepared for the band competition. I had memorized the course repeatedly, I had skipped some important lessons to practice with my friends, and I had even stayed up late the night before the competition so I can practice again. The next day, when I went to the school and went to the hall, it was finally our turn to perform. However, when we started performing, we couldn't believe what had happened. The drumstick flew off the drummer's hand, the guitarist stopped playing, and everyone stopped playing. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Tell about something you didn't do as well as you should have.
I didn't do as well as I should have in my math test. I didn't pass, and I realized that I should have done a few things differently. I should have studied more, I should have written more notes, and I probably should have gotten a good night's sleep the night before. Furthermore, I shouldn't have mixed up my formulas, I shouldn't have been careless with my counting, and I definitely shouldn't have watched YouTube videos all day. I will certainly do a few things differently the next time I have a math test.
Okay. Now, okay, where do you go to school?
I go to Bentry School.
Okay. So, do you think a dictionary or Google Translate should be allowed during English class? Why or why not?
In English class? Oh.
So,
Yes.
do you think
Oh.
dictionary should be allowed during English class?
Yes, dictionaries should be allowed in English class. If dictionaries are allowed in English class, it will be easier for students to search up words that they don't understand.
Okay, what kind of dictionary should be allowed? English or English to bahasa?
English, English.
Clear. Okay. Right. How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
Okay. As a teenager, so do you think teenagers should be required to community service?
Yes, teenagers should be required in community service. If teenagers are required in community service, they will learn how to help the environment.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. What happened?
Something. In January 2025, I celebrated New Year. In February, I won a table tennis competition. In March, I celebrated my birthday. In April, I celebrated my mom's birthday. In May, I had a photo shoot with my friends for a yearbook. In July, we had a really long holiday for one
what is
month.
something interesting from all of them? What is something
Oh,
the most interesting?
the interesting part that I did last year was when I had a photo shoot with my friends for yearbook photo.
All right. All right. So, what would you do if you see bad accident?
If I saw a bad accident, I would shout for help.
Uh, right. What do you hope for your future? Study,
Hmm?
study.
I hope that I have a better communication skills in the future. If I have a better communication skills in the future, I will be able to talk with people without being nervous. Yeah. I study English at Oxford UTOMO.
Okay, ready. Say spell C. Ready? Say spell C. Telephone.
Telephone, Telephone, telephone.
Overseas.
Overseas, Overseas, overseas.
Inventors.
Inventors, Inventors, inventors.
Okay, your full name.
Icha Hanifarida Ramadhani, ICHAHANYFARIDA RAHMADANI. Icha Hanifarida Ramadhani.
Okay, Oxford UTOMO.
Oxford UTOMO, OXFORDUTOMO, Oxford UTOMO.
Thank you. Good luck and for your friends. Oh. Okay. After this, finish ya? Lala ya?
Lala and
Faiz. Okay. On. Put it on. Open your book page 38. Okay. Opening.
yes, opening.
Zoom up. Yeah. And then close. Right. This book is
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Sarifatan Halif. I study English at Oxford UTOMO. This special occasion, I would like to read about Ellen almost didn't get to work this morning. Ellen almost didn't get to work this morning. As he was leaving his apartment building, he was hit on the head by a flower pot that had just fallen from the windowsill. As he was walking to the bus stop, he was bitten by a dog, stung by a bee, and splashed by a car that had just driven through a puddle. And while he was waiting for the bus, he was almost run over by a bicycle who was riding on the sidewalk. While he was riding on the bus, his wallet was stolen by a pickpocket who was standing behind him. All his money and identification cards were taken. As he was walking into his office building, he was accidentally knocked down by the courier who delivers the overnight mail. And when Alan finally arrived at the work an hour late, he was yelled at by a manager who was in a very bad mood. Poor Alan. What a way to begin the day. Thank you very much, dear friends.
okay. First. Okay. Which one first? Action or invention?
Invention.
Okay. Invention. Opening. Speak up invention. Closing and then start again. Opening. Speak up about invention. Okay. Right. You are kind of.
Yeah.
Right. Ready, right? Ready, right? We want to check some, please.
Check.
Just make it. Just ready. Just speak normally. Just make it a bit louder.
Check. Ready.
Kan 1, 2, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Make it a bit louder.
10.
1.
1.
Itu.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ready ya. Okay. Really.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Sarifatan Halif. I study English at Oxford UTOMO. This special occasion, I would like to tell you about inventions that change the world, famous inventions and their inventors. The first non-antibiotic, penicillin, was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from a mold called penicillin, which could kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics have been discovered. Millions of lives have been saved by these antibiotics. X-rays were discovered in 1895 by a German professor, William Röntgen. Um, People all over the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. This invention was so important that Röntgen was awarded the first Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. The screw were created over 2,000 years ago. It was invented by a Greek named Archimedes. It was first used for watering fields. A person turned a giant wooden screw which pulled water from lakes or rivers and sent it into fields. The water was used for irrigating crops. Uh, in the Much later, in the 1600s, screws were made by carpenters to hold things together. Today, screw is mass-produced and has an unlimited number of uses. Thank you very much, dear friends. Oh, sorry, sir.
You know? Okay. Ancient ya.
Yeah.
Opening. Become ancient.
Closing.
Honestly ya. Okay. Alright.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Sarifatan Halif. I study English at Oxford UTOMO. This special occasion, I would like to tell you about ancient and modern wonders in the world. The pyramids were built as the tombs for the kings of ancient Egypt more than 5,000 years ago. It was constructed without machines and with a very few tools. The kings were buried with many jewels, furniture, and personal treasures. The Colosseum in Rome, Italy, was completed in the 80 AD. It was built as an amphitheater, a place for people to go to be entertained. Fights between gladiators, fight with beasts such as tigers and lions, and other battles were held there. Machu Picchu was built high in the Andes Mount in the height in the okay. Machu Picchu is built high in the Andes Mountain of Peru by Incas during the period 1470 to 1460 AD. It was Experts believe it was constructed for religious purposes. It was abandoned in the 1500s, but no one knows why. Thank you very much, your friends.
Okay, now answer my questions.
Yeah.
What's your full name?
My full name is Farifatan Halif. Yeah.
Okay, Liv, tell me something you had to.
I had worked very hard to prepare for my making poster competition. I had I had targeted to get at least at the third position. I had spent weeks making poster for the competition. A week before the competition, my teacher checked my poster, and that moment we felt confident we could reach my target. I had slept late a few days. I had searched a lot of ideas for my poster, and I had revised a lot of times my poster. However, when the competition started, I couldn't believe what I had done. There had been a few elements that I forgot to put in my poster. I was really upset, but I quickly decided to make a new design poster. It wasn't the competition I had planned, but I still had a nice day and I had still had a great time. Hmm. Hmm.
Right. Tell me something you didn't do as well as you.
I didn't do as well as I should have at math exam last week. I didn't get the minimum score. And that moment, I realized that I should have done a few things differently. I should have learned math more. I should have taken more notes. I should have woken up early to prepare for my test. And in addition, I shouldn't have played video games until late night. I shouldn't have forgotten to bring my calculator, and I shouldn't have panicked when I saw a difficult question. I will certainly do a few things differently the next time I have a math exam.
I know it is
Yeah.
those
For the formula, sir. So like I can do.
small
No, 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 not like that, sir.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, what happened to you? Something interesting during the past.
Uh, the most in May, an email letter has was received by me, and I was very happy because I got accepted into one of uh, senior uh, one of high school, one of favorite high school. Then in July and in June, I a football match was watched by me and my family at the national stadium. And a month later, in July, a hiking activity was done by me and my friends at Mount Pangrango. A beautiful view was enjoyed by us. And in August, a music concert by my favorite band ha- was was watched by me and my friends. Popular songs were sung by thousands of fans that night. I had I I certainly has had a very exciting year. I couldn't believe all the wonderful things that have been experienced to me since I graduated from junior high school.
Wait, wait, wait. What that concert?
It is at PRG, you know, fees, yeah. Nah, Indonesian.
Oh, anyway. Right. I don't know. Okay. So you went to Mount Pangrango.
Yeah,
That's the top.
not until the top sir. Only-
You,
Yeah,
so
but
you can see. Okay. Right. Where did you school?
when?
Where did you go to school?
Oh, I go to 52 senior high school.
Right. Okay. So, do you think allowed during this class?
What? Pardon me?
Do you think dictionary should be allowed during this class?
Uh, I think it it should be allowed because when we are confused what to say, yeah, we can see the dictionary.
Right. So, how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
You speak 17?
Yeah,
Do you have formal or official?
yeah, already sir.
Really? Oh, so you legal?
Yeah.
Wow, so you legal to commit crimes?
No,
Oh,
sir.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, so you legal to have bank account?
Yeah.
There your official name,
Hmm.
right? Okay. Right. So, as a teenager, so do you think teenagers should be required to join service?
Community service. What kind of community service?
It's what do you know about that?
Um, I don't think so because um, as a teenagers, I think the focus is study, but yeah, we can do experience who can that cannot ignore that cannot disturb our studies like that. So, yeah.
Okay. Right. So, what would you do?
You-
So,
if I saw a bad accident, I would call an ambulance, and yeah, I would call an ambulance.
what do you hope for your future?
What? Pardon me?
What do you hope for your future and expect with you?
If I hope this world will never have a war again, and because if if the world doesn't have any war again, yeah, we can live peacefully, and If we can live peacefully, no one will be suffer. Yeah. What? I study English at Oxford UTOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I live. Okay. Saya spell say structure.
Structure. Structure. S-T-R-C. Sorry. Structure. S-T-R-U. C-T-U-R-E. Structure.
Saya spell say inventors.
Inventors. I-N-V-E-N-T-O-R-S. Inventors.
Okay. Telephone.
Telephone. T-E-L-E-P-H-O-N-E. Telephone. Fahrifatan Halif. Fahrifatan Fahrifatan Halif.
It's your name. Right.
Oxfordutomo. 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 Yes.
Atau your friends.
Hana. Hana. But Hana, sir. The name, yeah, I forget, sir. Hana is Hana.
He's coming.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you Lara.
Yes, sir.
Saya di situ. Pak Rai.
Can I just like
No, this way. So you have to be free.
here, sir?
I just make sure it is goes up. Okay. Okay. Oh, Rehana. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Open your book page 3 and 6. Can what? Can 1 to 5? Make it order.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, opening, read the map, crossing. Okay, ready, Rara? Good luck to you. Start now.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Hannah, and I study English at Oxford UTOMO. And in this special occasion, I would like to tell you about a very busy day at the office. Allison is having a very busy day at the office. She has done some of the things she has to do today, but there are many other things she hasn't done yet. She has gone to the bank, but she hasn't taken the mail to the post office yet. She also hasn't written her monthly report. She has already met with the personnel officer about her maternity leave, but she hasn't spoken to the boss yet about her salary. She has sent a fax to the company's office in Tokyo. She hasn't read the office manager's memo about recycling, and she hasn't seen the training video about the new computer system. Allison is probably going to stay late at the office today, so she can do all the things she hasn't done yet. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Close the book. Okay, so like this. You choose one, invention or ancient.
Ancient.
You are really
And invention.
it's up to you. You may choose.
Invention.
Yeah. We give you three, you, banana, and pizza. Later I will tell you why.
All right.
And the others two. One. Yeah. Pick up only three.
Only three? All right. Okay, sir.
But the three is how would you play? Okay. Yeah. Ready? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Opening. Pick up.
Okay.
Closing. Ready? Alan.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Hannah, and I study English at Oxford UTOMO. And in this special occasion, I would like to tell you about inventions that changed the world. Famous invention and their inventors. The first known antibiotic, penicillin, was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from a mold called penicillin, which could kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics have been discovered. Millions of lives have been saved by these antibiotics. X-rays were discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. X-rays were discovered in 1925 by a German professor, William Röntgen. People all over the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. This invention was so important that Röntgen was awarded the first Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. The screw was created over 2,000 years ago. It was invented by a Greek named Archimedes. It was first used for watering fields. A person turned the giant wooden screw which pulled water from lakes or rivers and sent it into fields. The water was used for irrigating crops. Much later in the 1600s, screws were made by carpenters to hold things together. Now, the screw is mass-produced and has an unlimited number of uses. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Okay. Now answer the questions, yeah? What's your full name?
My name is Raihana Hoirani Sawakono.
Okay. Tell me about something you had worked hard to prepare for.
I had worked hard to prepare for my German Olympiad, but on the night before the Olympiad, I didn't feel totally prepared. But I had done some tryouts my teacher had given me. I had watched many videos on YouTube and other platforms that were related to the material, and I had prepared all the things that I had to use during the test, like phone, paper, charger, earphone, pen, and etc. But before the Olympiad on the first test, there was someone who had just entered the room and was still confused about the system, so the committee tried to help her. and it wasted a lot of time. So I felt slightly annoyed at the moment, but gratefully, I was still able to do my task nicely.
Okay, how about something you did as well as you should have?
I didn't do as well as I should have at a math test like a year ago. I got a really bad score, and I now realize that I should have done a few things differently. I should have been more careful during the test, and then I should have done some review for every material the moment I got home, and I probably should have woken up earlier to prepare the test. In addition, I shouldn't have brainwashed myself. I shouldn't have been so lazy to do exercises, and I definitely shouldn't have gotten distracted so easily. So I definitely should have done a few things differently the next time I have a math test.
So what is something happened in the last
Okay. So
most interesting?
the most interesting. Okay.
The most
The most interesting last year is when in August. August is my special month. It was my birthday, and my and my friends
what day?
14 August, and my friend given me a little present and also a lot of prayers from my family, and it was the most interesting things last year.
Is it?
14, sir. What about you? Whoa.
Okay, where do you go to school, Ala?
I go to 114 senior high school.
So do you think allowed during English class?
Sorry, sir.
So do you think as a student, it should be allowed during English class?
I think as a student, dictionary should be allowed during English class because it helps us to like find words that we don't understand yet.
Okay, alright. How about how old are you?
I am I am nearly 17. I am nearly turning 17 years old.
So when you
Yes.
okay, as a teenager, so do you think required
How many services? Mm, I think student should be required because it it also help us in to improve ourselves, yeah, in that thing.
okay.
If I saw a bad accident on the street, I will call emergency call, the emergency number, and that one I forgot, sir. Sorry.
So that's why how could you do that? Right? Even if you didn't know it's the emergency number, that the other
Yes.
probably never happened.
Yes, sir.
This okay.
Yep.
Yeah. What is it?
I study English at Oxford UTOMO.
Interpretation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For
Anata. All right. Thank you, sir.
easy, right? Yeah.
There's no say spell, say sir.
Astrology. Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I was there.
So how?
Uh,
Wait.
Oh iya, ya, that's why wasabi. Yeah.
Really, sir?
That's why it's so fast, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Astaga.
What about the others?
Done.
They don't say spell say.
Iya,
So only me.
iya, that's why you so fast, ya. But I lost. Oh iya.
Say spell say, sir.
Okay, see, I got spelling for all of you. Okay. Continue with ya. Right. Say gladiators.
Gladiators. Gladiato. Eh, sorry, sir. Gladiators. Gladiators.
Right. Say inventions.
Inventions. Inventions. Inventions.
Yeah.
Deaf. DEAF. Deaf.
Kemudian.
My name is Raihana Hoiruni Sawahono. RAIHANA Raihana Hoiruni Sawahono.
Right.
Oxfordutomo. OXFORDUTOMO. Oxfordutomo.
Thank you, Rehana.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. If I missed it, I would call you again. Yeah, after Anata. Okay, I haven't given the score here, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
thank you,
for
sir.
listening. Yes. Okay, who's it? Anata, ya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll put it on. I forgot again.
What, sir?
Okay, apa yang buku PSC? You jelas ya?
Yeah, I'm the last. 38. The yes, sir.
Right. Uh, okay. This next one, the microphone goes up.
Oh yeah. What is?
Yes. So, what is your
Right.
ah,
Ah,
put inside. Ah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, anyway. Next one. Take one. Speak up louder.
Check.
1 to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Speak up.
Alan.
68 ya. 38. Okay. Opening. Speak up. Closing. Okay. Ready? Start.
Good evening.
Opening. Giving up. And then closing.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Vice Pradana Putra. I study English at UTOMO. In this special occasion, I would like to tell about Alman almost didn't get to work this morning. Alan almost didn't get to work this morning. As he was leaving his apartment building, he was hit on the head by a flower pot that had just fallen from a window sill. As he was walking to the bus stop, he was bitten by a dog, stung by a bee, and splashed by a car that had just driven through a puddle. And while he was waiting for the bus, he was almost run over by a bicycle
bicycle who was riding on the sidewalk. While he was riding on the bus, his wallet was stolen by a pickpocket who was standing behind him. All his money and identification cards were taken. As he was walking into his office building, he was accidentally knocked down by the courier who delivers the overnight meal. And when Alan finally arrived at work an hour later, he was yelled at by a manager who was in a very bad mood. Poor Alan, what an what a way to begin the day. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Okay. Uh, okay. Which one first? Invention or ancient?
Inventions.
Yeah. So, invention, yeah, opening, pick up, invention, closing, and then start again,
Ancient.
pick up, opening, ancient, closing. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Speak a bit louder, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Good luck to you.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Vice President Putra. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to tell about invention that changed the world, famous invention and their inventors. The first known antibiotic penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It was made from mold called penicillin, which could kill bacteria. Since then, many other antibiotics have been saved by this have been many other antibiotics have been discovered. And millions of lives have been saved by these antibiotics. X-ray were discovered in 1895 by a German professor Wilhelm Röntgen. People all over the world were amazed by his invention, the X-ray machine. This invention was so important that Röntgen was awarded the first Nobel Prize for physics 1901. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell, a doctor and speech teacher for the deaf. The first phone call was made by Bell in in 19 in 1876. He had split acid on his pen and wanted his assistant Thomas Watson to help him. The first words spoken on the telephone were, "Thomas Watson, come here, I need you." Thank you very much, dear friends. Ini good.
Wait. Hold on. Relax.
Yes, sir.
You're in cendol. Hold on, yeah. Okay, look, ancient, yeah. Just only three that you are really mastering.
Okay.
Yeah, three. Remember, opening, pick up, and then closing. Only three. Yeah, you choose three. Ready? Okay, Ananta.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Vice President Putra. I study English at oxfordutomo. In this special occasion, I would like to talk about ancient and modern wonders of the world. The pyramids were built as stone for the king of ancient Egypt more than 5,000 years ago. They were constructed without machines and with very few tools. The kings were buried with many jewels, furniture, and personal treasures. The Colosseum in Rome, Italy, was completed in 80 AD. It was built as an amphitheater, a place for people to go to be entertained. Fights between gladiators, fights with beasts such as lion and tiger, and other battles were held there. Machu Picchu was built high in the Andes mountain of Peru by Incas. During the period 1460 to 1470 AD, expedition believe constructed it was constructed for religious purposes. It was abandoned in 1500 and no one knows why. Thank you very much, dear friends. Yes, sir.
What's your full name anyway?
My full name is Faiz Pradana Putra.
Faiz Pradana
Putra.
Putra. Okay. So tell me something you didn't do as well as you should have.
I didn't do well as should. I didn't do well as I didn't do well as I should have at swimming exercise 2 weeks ago. I didn't focus, and I now realize that I should have done a few things differently. I should have done I should have done more warm up exercise before the training, and I should have eaten before the training, and I should have gotten a good night's sleep before the night before. In addition, I shouldn't have such a large breakfast that morning. I shouldn't have woken up late, and I shouldn't have go, going out with my friends the night before. I will certainly do a few things differently the next time. I had exercise. I had swimming exercise.
Right. Tell me what
I I had to work. I had to hard. I had to prepare.
okay. Listen, what's something you had to work hard to prepare for?
I had worked hard to prepare my uh, final exams, final school exams last week. I already prepared for the subject, and I already study every night, and also I already uh, going to bimbel, and in the next day I will go to school. Uh, I had the night before I had already prepared the alarm to 6 a.m. But in that morning, my alarm uh, didn't didn't work. Didn't work. It didn't work. And I woke up at 8:30 a.m. Uh, and after that, uh, I prepare for the school, and I take my take my bag and go to the school, and exams already began.
Anyway, where do you go to school?
I go to 52 senior high school.
So do you think, yeah, dictionary should be allowed during English class?
Senior level. Um,
Why not?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat again?
So as a student, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So do you think dictionary,
Mm.
yeah, should be allowed during English class?
I think dictionary uh, was be allowed in the classroom, because the dictionary can help us to study English, to search verbs and
I get
others.
the point. Yes. Right. Uh, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
You're still 15.
Listen,
Wah, he's 17 loh.
this sir, really.
Yeah. He got official ID card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think.
Legal.
Oh,
He's still 15.
still 15, sir.
Oh,
This
nice.
this year, 16.
Oh, turning 16.
Yeah, turning 16.
Yeah,
Turning 16.
Okay. Yeah. You as a teenager, I think, right?
Yes, That's right.
Okay, so do you think teenagers
Yes.
should be required to serve into the armed forces?
Sorry, sir. Can pardon me?
Okay, I speak really slow. Okay, listen again. The teenagers, right?
Yes, I'm teenager.
So do you think as a teenager, okay, so do you think teenagers should be required to serve into the armed forces?
Serve into the um forces.
Why or why not?
Mm, think lessons. Hmm.
Yes, it's special forces.
Sorry, sir. I'm I'm fifth.
Yeah. Teenagers, so do you think teenagers should be required to serve into the armed forces?
Armed forces. Serve in forces.
Uh,
um. Um.
okay, I tell my question. Set as your friend.
Yeah.
This question is different as your friend. Okay, I give the same question. So do you think teenagers should be served? Uh, do you think teenagers should be served?
Community service. Community service.
Same
Hmm.
question as your friend.
I think teenagers should be served in the community service. 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 Yeah. Um,
Another. Right. Tell me what the most interesting things happened to you during the past last year. The
uh,
most interesting.
the most interesting in July, I got a new friends in in my new school at my new schools, and in August I participate uh, student basic leadership training, sir, and in September I I I have chosen at the student council, and in January uh, I celebrate my graduation as an athlete Jakarta, and 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 I got a higher report card in my in POPB POPB Jakarta, right?
What's that?
POPB is the not organization komunitas 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 in Jakarta uh, to train to help teenagers in Jakarta, teenagers who have the like who have skills in sports, POPB mas POPB
What's that? POPB?
POPB sir.
O.
PB.
Right, Anata,
Yes.
tell me what do you hope for your future and
I hope I pass PSC4. If I pass PSC4, my English will be improved, sir. And if my English will be improved, I I will get higher score at my school and at oxfordutomo. If I get higher score in my school and oxfordutomo, my my mama were my mama were my mama was will be proud to me, and if my mama will be proud to me, I can get I can get extra money if I get extra money. uh, I will hang out with my friends.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Another FYI, my suggestion, okay, I think you need
Intention. What's it?
your
Oh, my expectation.
intention is something that you expect
Mhm.
something. Like when you perform fasting,
Yeah.
so you have intention, right? And then
Yeah.
you pray fasting prayer, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I intend to okay. Tension. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm afraid. I'm just wondering, you know. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, you basically. I hope you pass PSC. If you pass PSC for it means you improve us than other teenagers.
Okay.
So hopefully we still have time. Yeah. PSC 3 gitu. Karena time to
Yeah.
so if you are serious, I suggestion better you fix. I think if you fix intention, I think for yeah much easier than right now. I
Okay.
got your intention right.
Yeah, yeah.
You will get more money from your father. You will get high score. I think you need to fix that.
Okay. I got it.
Intend that best basic for because of you get money from your mama. No, it's rare. Listen this. It is very rare students here pass from PSC 4. 2 out of 10. Only 2 students from 10. Okay.
Okay.
And I hope you 2 of them.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. What do you study English?
I study English at oxfordutomo.
Right. Spelling. I almost forgot. Sorry. Okay. Faiz.
Yes.
Saya spell say bell.
Bell. Bell. Bell. Bell.
Okay. Saya spell say structure.
Structure. STRUCTURES. Structure. Structures. Without S, sorry. Structure.
This is intention. Inventions.
Invention. sorry. INVENTIONS. Invention.
Okay, your full name.
Faiz Pradana. FAIZPRADANA. Faiz Pradana.
Okay. Oxfordutomo.
Oxfordutomo. OXFORDUTOMO. Oxfordutomo. See you, everyone. Sorry.
I forgot something.
Really, sir?
Yes. Just video opening.
Later.
Video opening, okay?
All right. What opening, sir?
Any kind of thing. Okay.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Hannah, and I study English at Oxfordutomo. And in this special occasion, I would like to tell you about inventions that changed the world. Thank you very much, dear friends. See you.
I forgot to take it.
Sorry, sir.